Hi everybody, Tuesday challenge again today. Today's pose is Sukhasana, which translates as easy pose, and it's the oldest recorded asana. It appeared in the Sutras of Patanjali, one of our wise men, sages, over 2,000 years ago, and really it would have been the pose for meditating, for sitting for a long time and meditating in. Easy pose though can be a little bit of a misleading name, so we'll look at it and then stay with it and follow the instructions, and that's where you might find the challenges come in. Okay, here we go, easy pose. So here we are in easy pose, and that's it really. Now what I'd like to invite you to do is find a wall that we can do the next part with, and I'll give some more instructions. And also, if you've got something like a book or a yoga block handy, just as an extra tip, take that down with you, and I'll see you in a minute against the wall. Okay, so here we are in easy pose. I've found my wall. So the first thing we're going to do is take note of how you feel now, and then we're going to pop our hands on the floor and just shunt ourselves backwards so that our bottom and our sit bones are right back up against the wall. So start down here at your sit bones. So right as far back as you can against your pelvis. And then we're going to move up from there. So ground through the sit bones first of all, and allow your legs to draw out the way and drop out softly. And then we're going to move up to our abdomen. So draw your navel back towards the wall. Draw your tummy button back towards the wall here. And then you'll find if you put your hand behind you, you'll have a natural curve still, a little bit of a curve behind your waist. We're not trying to flatten that out, that's natural, allow that to be. Come to your ribs now on your back of your body and try and draw your ribs back towards the wall and spread them out a little bit more. So we're finding space here in the front body. And then we're coming up to our shoulder blades. Just before we move, notice where they are. And then what we want to do is draw them back towards the wall. So you're rolling your shoulders backwards and drawing them down the wall a little bit. So we've really opened up in the collarbone here and the chest area. And then we come to the back of the skull and that length in the neck that we've done before. So draw the back of the skull towards the wall and then lift it a little bit higher. So you're raising up through the crown. So your chin will tuck a little bit. And then we're going to roll our shoulders and rotate our arms so that our hands are now palm upwards towards the ceiling. So let's do the points again. So we're grounding through our sit bones. Try and release into them now to let the floor support you. And let your thighs then roll out a bit more down towards the floor. Then come back to your tummy button and your abdominal muscles, draw them back. Lift your lower ribs and pull them back and across the wall. So you find a bit more space in your middle of your body here. And then come to your shoulder blades again, rotate your shoulders, draw the shoulder blades together, draw them slightly down the wall so your shoulders move away from your ears. Your palms are already turned up and lightly resting on your thighs. Your skull, you're lifting up at the back of your skull through the crown and finding that nice space along the back of the neck. And then we just breathe. But before we do the breathing, we're now going to pop our hands on the floor and lift ourselves away from the wall. And then try and find the same stability and the same control without the support of the wall behind us. So still think, ground through the sit bones, allow your legs to roll out, draw the tummy in, draw the ribs back towards the wall, draw your shoulder blades back, roll them down your spine a little bit, lift up through your skull, the back of your skull rather, through the crown, open up your collarbones just that little bit more, and then we're here for 4 hours meditating. But actually what we'll do, let's take a couple of breaths here just to see how we can settle into the pose a little bit more. So breathe in for 4 through your nose, close your eyes if you can. Nice and slowly, smoothly in, and then turn to the exhale. Don't rush it out, allow it to be smooth to the count of 4 as well. One more in for 4, and as you breathe in, lift through your crown, draw your sit bones down. And as you breathe out, sink into your sit bones and then draw your crown up a little bit more. Okay, so one other tip. If, like me, your hips don't turn the right way for sitting in cross legs, some of us are built differently, take a block or a brick and just slide it under your bottom and bring your sit bones to the front of the brick. I'm not using the wall now, I'm just using my body strength here. But you'll see already as I come forward, my hips are able to open up more, my thighs are dropping down to the floor much more readily, and then I can find a lot more space in the lower half of my body here. Between my ribs and pelvis I can open up. So that movement forward has given me more ability to straighten up and lengthen. That's just using a prop to aid us in our alignment here. So there we are, easy pose, maybe not so easy. Great benefit for core strength, great benefit for posture, really good if you have breathing problems because you're opening up and finding space. Really calming if you can sit here and relax into the pose. So our very first asana. Well done everybody. Namaste.